My name's Dennis Rush and I'm from Hopewood in Texas, just on the New South Wales side of the border, about 8 kilometres east of town. We've been actually on Hopewood itself for 114 years, and this is our first year growing cotton, 2018-19 season. Over the last 100 years, we've grown oats for cattle fodder, lucerne for cattle fodder, ryegrass, chicory, prairie, a range of different clovers, subtropical pastures, basically across the board for all types of cattle feed. We first initially decided to grow cotton was April last year, when the drought really struck us here on the Drameric and in our area, and we had a heck of a lot of young cattle with nowhere to go with them at the time. And we sort of decided, we've got to look at different options. And at the time, I had a lot of friends amongst the cotton growing industry that said, well, if there's a time to get into cotton growing, it's now. We could go in and we could book out half our crop at $650 a bale, which when you look at the gross returns on that, there was really no other option for us. And now that we've gone into cotton and we've had a relatively successful year for the conditions that we've been under, well, I think, we definitely know that we made the right decision. The biggest advantage, I think, for us this year is our return. That's wholly and solely our biggest advantage, is the money we're going to make out of it. Being on flood country, and the flood only been, our most recent flood only been 8 years ago, we have a huge weed problem between nutgrass, castor oil, Bathurst burr and a number of broadleafs. It's been a big thing for us to see the opportunity we now have to clean our country up through a cotton growing rotation. The Roundup Ready, that's what's made it easy for us. I've never been a farmer. None of our 5 generations here on the Drameric have ever been big farmers. We've been cattle fatteners for a long time, and for us to move into cotton, and it's an easy crop to grow, and I'll say that, and that's what I've found most comforting about it, is I've found the transition easy to move into. So this year we've put in about 208 hectares of irrigated cotton. The cotton industry on a whole has been brilliant. I sort of get a bit of a sense of a community with the cotton industry. I've developed good friendships with a number of people already. The support's been brilliant. I've known where we've been at the whole time. There's never been a time throughout the year where I've been unsure about something. There's always been someone I've been able to contact. Between a number of field days that I've been to, and say the Cotton Conference, for instance, just before I first started growing cotton, and a good steak sandwich at the pub after the agronomists come around to have an inspection, it fits quite well in with the social life side of things as well. I think if we can land it right on about 10 bales this year, I think our gross margin is going to be over $4,000 a hectare, which is, to come out of a drought like this where a lot of people are in dire situations, I think that's a massive bonus across all boards for us to be able to, to benefit in a drought like this from cotton.